So get on Google. If you know places, if you know people who train, you could talk to them. Anywhere, start wherever, wherever you're at is where you're going to start. I would see what places are in your area within driving distance. Proximity is really important. If you have a place that's 5 minutes away, I would check that place out. I would say the three most important things in my opinion: proximity, how close is it to where you live or work or where you're going to be? 2, the schedule. Do they have a class schedule that is going to fit your needs and wants? 3, and this is arguably the most important, but it takes a little while to know if this is going to be the place for you. The 3rd is culture, gym culture. I think that's by far the most important. So what I would recommend is find a school. I would try and find at least 2 or 3. You can travel around if you want to hit 10 of them. Or if you're in like a big city where they have, like when I was in San Jose, there's probably 50 schools within a short drive. If you want to try all 50, then so be it. But I would find 2 or 3. You can reach out to them usually and set up a time for you to come in for your first class. However, I can't speak for everybody, but most of the schools I know, completely unnecessary. Show up, whatever time class starts, come 15 minutes early. Introduce yourself, say you're there to try a class. If you just want to watch, you can watch. Again, I know it's difficult. Just do it. They're not going to throw you to the wolves. So this is where the culture comes in. Hopefully they're not going to throw you to the wolves.
That's what I was going to ask. What are the key things to look for in a good culture? Because I'm thinking of the guy who shows up like, is this supposed to happen?
Yeah. I mean, that's a real concern though. And that's the thing that I warn people about, especially it seems to be a trend that people who are a little bit older or maybe not in great shape are getting into jiu-jitsu. And those are the people that I warn the most. It's like, if you walk into a place and it's like I was talking about, those early 20s college wrestler, just jacked, trying to murder each other, that might not be the place for you. And you have to be able to advocate for yourself, right? Now, I still say, I think most places you're probably, as a new person, you're going to be pretty safe. But when I talk about culture, and that's why I said culture is really it's hard to get a read on it right away. I think for me, with someone with experience, I can see some of the signs. Like I would say for me, and like I already said, I visit other schools, I go to other schools, and it's still not easy. Sometimes it's harder with experience because if you go into a school with a colored belt, you kind of have a target on your back. Like
I was going to ask that, like,
what's up, big shot?
Who the fuck is this guy? This brown belt that I've never seen. Like, where'd he get that out of a Cracker Jack box? Like, do you have to like kind of prove yourself then?
Well, I think part of it is subconsciously people, they want to see what you're made of. Also, they want to see how their belt stacks up against yours. And I would say I'm to the point now where it's really not a problem, because usually the people who will come at you the hardest are the lower belts, like the kind of blue belts and purple belts. And and I've already established there are 100% blue and purple belts out there that can mop the floor with me. But generally, I'm going to be able to handle myself against most people. So it's like they can come at me as hard as they want and I'm probably going to be okay. And also, I know when I'm visiting a place, if it is like that, sometimes I'll just give in and I won't keep, instead of trying to prove myself, I'm like, okay, if they want it that bad, they can just have it. And sometimes that disarms people when they see that you're not going to try and win at all costs, that you're willing to give them a little bit of slack. So
from everything I've heard, it sounds like if I was going to try it, it's the higher belts that you want to spar with the first time that aren't going to get you hurt.
Typically, yeah. In most schools, like in our school, okay, I don't think I established that I also have been teaching for either 4 or 5 years. So I have of a little bit of experience with instruction as well.
Does that make you a sensei?
No.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that means. No, people just call me John. Some people will call me like
Sensei John.
What do they call me? I'm making everyone call me master from now on.
Yeah, dude.
No. Some people will call me coach. I'll accept that, but I mostly just want people to call me by my name. I'm not an authority figure. One of my beliefs is that I'm not here kind of, okay, I'm not here to like teach you what I know so much as like, I'm here to like help you find your own way, but also this is a thing that we're all doing this together, right? Like I've been doing it for longer, but I don't look at it like I'm the authority in this room and you should listen to me. We're all learning this together. Like I'm still anybody.
Yeah, it's like teaching somebody how to lift. You're still there trying to get jacked too.
Right.
You know, teaching them how not to get hurt.
Right. And yeah, with that, I don't want to go down another rabbit hole. We're already, I'm already like squirrel.
Yeah.
But coming down to culture, okay, one thing for me is you walk into a place, does somebody greet you? That's a big thing for me. Does an instructor greet you? Do the students greet you? Like, is it just a friendly atmosphere? That's an indicator for me. Now, if you walk in the middle of class and say they're in the middle of teaching something, don't expect somebody to just drop everything and come over to you. But are people friendly? Do they have you can just get your kind of, front door assessment when you walk in. Like, is it clean? Does it smell? I mean, is
there a sheets nearby?
Is there a sheets nearby? I always say cleanliness and friendliness are like when you're going into a place, is it clean or are the people friendly?
Yeah.
That's what you can tell. Reputation is another one. There are places where you might talk to somebody and they might say, I've heard things about other schools where people didn't have a great experience there for one reason or another. And maybe I had been to those schools and I had a fine experience. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt, but you can talk to other people. To round this out, any place is going to at least let you do one class for free. Usually they're going to let you do a couple, or they'll have some kind of trial where you can do a month or 6 weeks for a small amount of money, like $50 or something. I would recommend doing that. I would recommend doing it at 2 or 3 places and seeing which one you vibe with.
Yeah.
If you want to train, you'll train. If it's fun, you will train. Most people, a lot of times people come in and they want to learn self-defense, or they say they want to learn self-defense, but what they really mean is they want to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll come in, they'll want to learn self-defense. And most of the time, in my experience, the only people who stay long-term are the people who enjoy it. There might be a few exceptions.
It's got to be like that. Like with everything, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So with shooting, there is an aspect of it of maybe you practice shooting for self-defense, or especially if you're in law enforcement, that's a skill that you have to keep. But it's also pretty damn fun.
Right.
And I would be willing to bet the people who are the best shooters, I'm not talking best in the world, but you go to a local tournament, a masterclass shooter shoots because they like shooting. They're not doing it robotically because they're like, that doesn't mean you always want to do it, but it's not, they're not like, I have to shoot my 2,000 rounds.
Yeah.
Today.
They don't want to dry fire for an hour every day, but at the end of the day, going to the range with their buddies still a good time.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to have fun. You have to feel welcome. You have to want to train. And that's really, to me, that's the secret.